My name's Natasha and I'm an associate in the Mergers and Acquisitions team at Bank of America. So an investment bank is comprised of a public side and a private side. The public side is what you might think of as traditional investment banking, so trading, sales and research, and the private side is where I work and includes mergers and acquisitions and capital markets, which includes debt capital markets and equity capital markets. When we advise a company on a merger or acquisition, one of the key components of that would be on valuation. So how much is that company worth? And as a junior banker, that would mean doing Excel-based analysis, valuation methodologies to try and find out how much a company is worth. I studied the International Baccalaureate, which is an alternative to A-levels, and I did 6 subjects, so Latin, economics, philosophy, English, maths and physics. Your subjects that you study at school is really about playing to your strengths and doing what interests you. I enjoyed studying a range of varied different subjects. At university I studied classics, so not related to finance at all. I just found that made me another diverse mix of people applying to the internship. When I was at university in my first year, I applied to do a spring week, which is an insight program you can do in the Easter holidays of your first year. It's really good for getting a sense of the different divisions in the bank, so it wasn't just focused on investment banking. In my second year, I applied to do an internship, and then I applied to a number of different banks, and luckily I got into Bank of America. So I've worn hearing aids since I was young. It's a genetic thing that runs in my family. It's quite difficult for me, particularly on the phone at work. So I would say that's a challenge that I deal with every day, and the bank does a great job in helping me with that. I've been given some extra technology that makes it easier for me to listen to the phone, and I can do so with wirelessly, like having AirPods, but more personal for your ears. From any project to the next, I can be working on a completely different industry. The client is always different. I've travelled to countries I've never been to before for my job. I've been to Serbia, to Sweden and the Netherlands, all places I'd never been before, so I find that hugely exciting. I think to do this job you need to be hardworking and enthusiastic, and I think you also, for me, you need to be quite organised. Because the job that I do is quite project-based, you have lots of different projects going on at the same time. So you need to be able to organise those and work to make sure that you're keeping everybody happy. I think the advice I would give to people who are thinking about what career they want to take is to explore as many different options as possible. The main thing that I found when I was at university was that the more networking events that I went to, the more I could rule out different options or find new options that I hadn't previously thought about was really helpful. I really love the team and the people that I come in and sit next to every day, and I find that we really motivate each other. I think I'm very motivated by how interesting I find my job. I've been lucky enough to work on transactions that have been on the front page of the Financial Times, and I know that might be quite nerdy, but I find that quite exciting.